Que la llave, mi gente, rico.toro. Yeah. So, forgive me if you saw the Puerto Plata video recently. So this is sort of an extension of that because I left out the critical GURIMBAO Vapor Lounge karaoke night footage. Got some good karaoke night footage, so follow along. Thanks for tuning in. Hit that thumbs up. If you're new here, you like that content based on real life experiences, personal observations, go ahead and subscribe right now. And thanks, of course, to the loyal ones that have already been rocking all along. So, got a little story, a little chica story, and the GURIMBAO footage. So, stay tuned. Shout out to you wherever you are.
Pero con más pecho, orgullo y traición, se he tenido que ponerlo para no perderlo sobre el corazón. Voy a clavarlo en mi carne.
Algo que no mata ni envenena, está con más que amar. Y es algo más que la distancia, que el dolor y la nostalgia. Sabemos que eso no nos da.
Make sure you stop in and check out GURIMBAO Vapor Lounge when you go to Puerto Plata sometime. You know, the owners, Connor and his lovely wife, Mariana, you know, they run a nice, fun, chill, just a super cool vibe, you know, there. They got good food. I think I might have had probably one of the best hamburgers I've ever had in this country there, actually. And, you know, I don't think about having hamburgers too much in the Dominican Republic, but for whatever reason, man, I just really enjoyed it. So, GURIMBAO Lounge, it's just right off the Malecon. It's not far from like La Serena, kind of near the police station. So, check it out. Name is in the description. Check them out if you go to Puerto Plata. So, hope you enjoyed the GURIMBAO footage there, by the way. So, keeping the people informed, keeping it honest and true with you guys. It's about time I share a little story, incident in my own life here recently. So, the other night, I didn't decide initially, but, you know, I dabble a little bit in the Facebook community here. Occasionally find a new team member or replace a team member from a Facebook contact. I'm more likely to do that than to snatch anybody from the streets or the bars or anything like that, you know, unless they're working in the bar or the restaurant. But I typically just don't grab the ones that I'm going to be seeing around in Sosua. And if I see any of the ones that I met online or something in Sosua, in the street or the bars or something, I'm instantly done with them, no matter how much I like them. So, anyways, was playing phone tag a little bit with one for a while. I pretty much, after I connect once or twice and I invite them, and if they don't come, usually I never see them because I don't typically reach out to them after that point. Most I meet right away if I'm gonna meet them. Anyways, this one, I stopped really communicating with her mostly, but she hits me up the other night, and it's approaching curfew, and I was really curious about her. And so we set something up, and I agreed for her to come. And against my usual advice, I agreed for her to stay the night. Toda la noche. All night. Todo la noche. Just a key little quick phrase. Toda la noche. So anyways, the math was good. Wasn't worried about that. She arrives and looked very cute, sweet, and pleasantly surprised. Better than she looked online. Same person, no fake pics or nothing, but just she looked better, which is unusual. So we're off to a good start. Comes in, music's playing. Make myself a drink. I'm already drunk though, at that point. But make myself a drink. Pour a little. I had a Presidente Grande in the house. That's the only beer I had. Just because that is a quick way to get it from the Comado for her in case. So pour a little in a glass, and things are good up to this point. And thinking it's going to be pretty good, pleasant experience. And then time to start the aerobic activity, the cardio events, the Olympics. And it's like we clean up, and it's like she starts talking about covering up right away, the protective equipment. I mean, before things were heated, before things were hot. That's the critical thing. I do believe to protect yourself at all times. But you don, I'm using a military word. You don the protective equipment when you are ready. And otherwise the mood is like, and that's, my mental focus was just lost and whatever. So I oblige her. We go through the motions. We're going through the motions a little bit, and after a little bit, I roll over, take the equipment off, and I'm just like, I'm bored with you so far. What can you do? They hate it when you say you're bored. A lot of them, they got pride now in their skills and stuff, but I'm like, estoy aburrido. And, I'm bored. I said, look, in the text and all this before, she's telling me, kind of what her expectations, her limits are, but she didn't say nothing about, covered head. I didn't even know they still made girls like that, because I haven't met one in a while that do that, covered. So like I said, that's really a deal breaker for me. So anyways, getting back to it, in the text she was like, don't worry about it, blah, blah, blah. I'll take care of you. You'll be happy, blah, blah, blah. Usually when they say that, that's a red flag. But I'd already made the plans. And so she wasn't willing to do much. And I'm telling her, like I tell everybody, I live here. When the tourists are gone, who are you going to call? Guys like me. So you make me happy, I'll take good care of you, treat you fairly, and you'll be able to return. And I was telling her that kind of like, you won't be returning if I'm not happy. And she knew it. She knew the night was ruined kind of too. So she goes in the other room, plays around on her phone a little bit. She's going back and forth with some chick, WhatsApp audio messages. And it sounded like the girl might have been trying to give her advice. But whatever advice it was, she wasn't listening. So it was kind of a somewhat tense or just boring night. sleepless night, but not sleepless for a good reason, because things are off the chart, boom, booming. It was boring, like not being familiar with having her in my place, like lack of sleep. And so to me, that's my definition of a bad experience. Like a newbie, a rookie's bad experience might be, you know, some girl trying to stab him, or stealing his jewelry, or stealing his money, or, you know, changing prices, or all that. But to me, it's just to me, boring is a crime, you know, and they hate when you call them boring. Aburrida, bored, you know, or boring, aburrida. It's like calling them lazy too. They hate it, but sometimes you got to do that. That's what you do if you decide to give them a second chance. You tell them last time you were aburrida, you know, and they'll say, oh yeah, this is to be different. They say that. Sometimes it's true. So, anyways, that's my story. You know, it wasn't great, but that's what happens when you dabble on news sometimes. And you know, my only thing was, like, I thought about, you know, one or two good regulars that are solid finishers, whether I'm drunk or not. They'll get that last drop out the tank, even if no one else can find it. So, you know, there you go. Hit that thumbs up. You like the story. You like GURIMBAO footage. Rico.t.toro.